Okay, so now we're talking about blending. And what blending is essentially bringing two colors together. The great thing about the Tombow dual brush pens is that they are water soluble, so they really lend themselves perfectly to this technique. Tombow sells these blending palettes, which are just laminated and they're perfect for this. However, if you don't have this, you can use a Ziploc bag or like a Tupperware lid, anything that has a very slick, non-porous surface would do just fine. So a general rule of thumb with blending is that you want to have the lighter color be the color that picks up the darker color. And it will make more sense once I'm actually doing it, but just keep in mind that you always want to grab a darker color with a lighter color rather than the other way around. Because if you do it the other way around, the dark color sort of eats up the light color. So this is how you blend. So these are very similar in shade, but I'm going to just call the orange the darker color, basically because it's a little bit more saturated. So what you do is you get your blending palette and you just push down on here as if you're drawing, and you're putting ink onto the palette. And don't be afraid about pushing down hard on these. This is what they're meant to do. Then you grab your lighter color, and with no real pressure, you just kind of pick up the color. You just pick it up so your tip gets saturated with this beautiful orange color. And you'll see your pen, it now has two colors on it. So then you start to write. And you'll notice that when you're first starting, it's very orange and it starts to change over time. And now here you can see a very distinct orange turning into yellow. And now at the very end, it's yellow. So you'll see how it changes from orange to yellow. And so that's what's great about these pens, is that now you'll notice that pretty much all of the orange is gone. And so if you wanted to move on and start doing something in just yellow and you realize that you still have a little bit of orange, you simply just need to draw with your pen and it takes it off. So that is one method for blending, which I love to do. There's another method that involves the clear dual brush pen. And this one is very helpful when you have two different colors layered on top of one another. So for instance, let's just do the colors we already have. So we're gonna just do an overturn, and then say I just want to fill in the top, okay, to kind of create that ombre look from top to bottom, but it looks really kind of sharp. So what you do is you use this pen to blend the colors together, just so that way it's a little bit more fluid. That didn't seem to, I think mine is a little bit dried out. There we go. Okay. And there you go. So typically it's not supposed to dry or make your paper peel like that, but that's what it does. I'm gonna cut that out, obviously. So another way of blending your pens, rather than doing the pickup method, is to actually draw onto your pen. So for this one, I'm going to do the Crayola Super Tips just to show you the difference. So I'm going to be picking up the lighter color, or the darker color, with my lighter color. So in this instance, I'm going to just draw onto my pink pen, with my blue pen, or marker I should say. So I just drew on the tip. So you'll see this one has a bit of a more interesting gradient. So it starts very blue and then turns purple and then a little bit pink with like a stripe of blue. And the more you write, the more it turns pink. But what I like about this one is that it does tend to hold the color a little bit longer than the other method. So if you wanted to write something for a long time, it really does that gradual change. And then again, the same with the other pen. If you wanted to take the paint off, you simply rotate it and just strike, keep writing until you just see pink. And there you go. The paint is off.